What the hell is this freaky shit? Dandadan is back with season 2. Let's go! Those 6 months felt like forever, but thankfully we're getting another 12 episodes of jam-packed action. This season is my personal favorite from the manga, and after watching the first episode, I think we'll be in for a treat this season. Science Saru either upped their game, or it genuinely has been that long since I watched season 1. Let's just get into the first episode and see what's going on so far. Unfortunately, the beginning started with some freaky ass shit, but thankfully with the help of Momo's powers and some luck, everything fixed itself in the end. We all know the GOAT Turbo Granny is gonna find her way to get involved in this arc too. Anyway, after these goons attempt to run away, Momo asks Turbo Granny what she thinks about Gigi's crib. No hesitation, she says, oh yeah, there's some funky ass shit going on in there. And as we remember from last season, Okarun and Gigi did find some hidden ghostly looking room, and we have no clue what it's even used for. Back at the house, we are met with some of the palest looking grannies I have ever seen. Like, real shit? Keep this between me and you. I'm picking Turbo Granny over this. So apparently these grannies are the landlord of the house and are letting Gigi stay here rent-free while his parents are in the hospital recovering. But if you watch enough anime, your spidey senses should be tingling, telling you these guys are trouble. Look at the way they barged in and relaxed in the living room as if they own the place. They even double down and threaten Gigi, telling him, you better have not brought another spirit medium to the house, which is exactly what he did. But why is this crazy granny even giving a shit? They triple down, if that's even a word, and threaten Gigi with a shotgun straight to his chest, talking about, if I pull this trigger, it would be labeled as an accident. Shut your lying ass up. Then an officer just casually walks in. You were probably thinking, finally, someone to save the day. Not even close. This cop is whipped. And to make matters worse, it's the men from earlier. Look at this spineless monkey bowing to them as if they have authority. If I was his captain, I would have fired his ass. Pale looking Brock Lesnar over here comes over and grabs Gigi, asking him where he's been. Gigi tells him he's been hanging out with friends, but Muscle Brains over here isn't buying it. Look at this ugly ass dude who just slid behind Okarun too. Can we get a jump scare warning, please? Brock Lesnar tests Okarun, asking him what is Gigi's favorite football team. Thankfully, Gigi's got a poster of Saint-Germain, aka PSG, on his wall, and he passed the test. The uncle and aunties gather around the table vibing as the granny asks him, when will the girl return? But Gigi wasn't thinking ahead and lied, saying he didn't know any girl. No cap, if a granny is holding a shotgun across from me, threatening me, I'm singing like a canary. Sadly, she caught my guy in a lie. Oh! For some reason, Momo decides she's still gonna be doing side quests around the town, even though she was just attacked by a group of old ass naked dudes. But whatever floats her boat, I guess. She meets another unibrowed man. I don't know what's with the author and throwing unibrows on every character in this arc, but it is what it is. But he tells her the history about this great snake. When it would get hungry, it would erupt the volcano to let people know, and the only way to satisfy its hunger was to offer up somebody's life. And because of this, it has never erupted for over 200 years. Crazy story in my opinion, but my concern is, this shit low-key looks like my foreskin. Momo, finally done with her side quest, decides it's home time. And right as she opens the door, she's met with some unfamiliar guests. My question is, why the hell are these dudes naked again? It cannot be that hot to strip naked.
Let's take my jacket off to get getting hot.
Momo didn't even question anything and got straight to business, throwing kicks. Leg kick straight to the neck for the first guy. Second guy catches a nasty knee to the face. Next guy is swinging, but Momo must have been watching Canelo highlights. Ducks under, hands guarding her head. Tries to flank the backside and ducks, weaves under, and follows up with a spinning heel kick. Holy! Was Momo always like this? She folds the rest of the guys pretty easily, but now the boss fight music kicks in as she's up against the head ringleader of this circus. Also, do not tell me this lady is over the age of 30, cause how is she moving like this? Flying double kick and launches Momo across the room and then poses like she's Po from Kung Fu Panda? Oh yeah, you're him, Crody. And she's not done there. First, I want to admire the animation from Science Saru. Big ups. Second, did she just hit a slide cancel into a flying spin kick? This is not MW, bro. Relax. This is the only person that can stop Ilya Topuria. She ended up landing a kick on Momo, but Momo got her with a sneak attack with the couch. But look how she reacted. This is no ordinary granny. She has to be juiced up on the super soldier serum. Watch her kick her husband away.
My leg!
Here, Momo got locked into a 0 to death combo, so there was no getting out of this one. And if shit couldn't get weirder, Granny's final attack name was Jennifer Lopez's Anaconda? I have no clue why the author named that the move. Even the manga and wiki had no extra details besides it's based on a movie. Anyway, that attack ended up launching Momo through 2 walls and into the scary ass room, and now it's back to dialogue time. Long story short, Granny snitched on herself and admitted that she's been giving a minimum of 3 sacrifices to this room for over 200 years. So she's at least over 200, which makes no sense how she's moving like this. She said the house was the original altar, and now that she's got enough sacrifices, the ceremony may begin as Momo starts to sink into the room. She uses her power to try to get out, but the Kung Fu warrior over here isn't letting that happen. When you think all is lost, the 2 goats finally decide to wake up from their nap and lock in and try to rescue Momo, but the room collapsed and everyone landed into the trap. They realize that they are very far from the exit and stuck in a massive pit filled with houses. The funny part is, Gigi accidentally woke up the snake from the legend who's been hiding away under Gigi's house this entire time, which means these nut jobs really have been giving sacrifices to this snake, keeping it alive for over 200 years. These nut jobs are acting all buddy-buddy with the snake as if they have everything under control, thinking they aren't about to get turned into snake food themselves. They do some stupid ass chant and dance in circles, and like that, they've gotten eaten. Now our trio is hiding in a random house, trying to figure out their next plan of action, but Okarun and Momo start tweaking like they're off something, and all of a sudden, Okarun starts transforming into Turbo Granny. And that's where this episode ends off. What a great cliffhanger. I'm hyped for this new season. Science Saru was giving us a little teaser with some of those animations from earlier. I better see that type of love again later on when other scenes start popping up. They did a great job overall though. Animation has been consistent. They adapted this episode very nicely. It is still the first episode, so I can't overhype it yet, but we saw what Science Saru was capable of last season. As long as that color tint doesn't come into play this arc, I'll be satisfied. Not only that, they cooked with a brand new opening and ending. The animation for both is super creative and colorful as always. The opening and ending music isn't as good as last season, but it's still very enjoyable. If anything, the visuals look better for these ones. Anyway, if you guys made it to the end of the video, be sure to like, it's free and it helps out my channel a lot. I'll be reviewing a lot more weekly animes that are airing this season, so be sure to subscribe to keep up with future content. Comment down below your thoughts on this episode of Dandadan, and let me know how hyped you guys are for this season. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.